On Monday, at the meeting of the Shadow Cabinet, our spokespersons signed the Leadership Code of Conduct, a document originally developed by the Integrity Commission and embodying the 7 principles of public life. Those principles are based on the values of integrity, accountability, and transparency. I think it's very important in Jamaica today that our leaders publicly demonstrate their commitment to those values so that the people can have trust and confidence in the leaders of the country. We have once again, by signing the Leadership Code of Conduct, demonstrated our commitment to the values of integrity, accountability, and transparency in how we operate as leaders, and we commit ourselves going forward to upholding those principles in how we operate and everything that we do.
Viewer subscribers, Mark Jefferson Golden make every single member of his cabinet after sign to the Code of Conduct. Mark Jefferson Golden make every single member of his cabinet after sign to the Code of Conduct. People, if you don't like and share this video, people, may I ask you if you like and share this video. Because when it comes to integrity, Mark Golden is the man with integrity. Over the years, people, over the past 9 years, they got 10. The Integrity Commission I try to get Andrew Holness and his cabinet to sign the Code of Conduct because Mark Golden and his team always sign the Code of Conduct. But Andrew Holness refused and put Gagada and his members, so none of them can go ahead and sign the Code of Conduct or say anything towards the Code of Conduct. So people, who do you think should be running this country? The man with integrity, the man with principle, the man who set rules in a party and decide say, yo, no corruption to me thing. Or the man that indulge himself deep down in a corruption. And everybody will surround him are a part of the corruption. Let me know down below in the comment section. Blessed morning to my viewers and my subscribers them. I hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful morning. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So remember, watch the video until the end. Also, like up the video, share up the video, and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Make we run the intro and come back. We soon forward. Big up to the man with integrity, the integrity boss, Mark Jefferson Golden. Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers. Big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like and share this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. So now my viewers and my subscribers, yesterday was the second sitting of the House of Parliament and Nekeisha Burchell were present. But guess what people, on our time of attending the House of Parliament, right? She took a time out of that time to come out and make a small video to our constituency, and this is what she had to say, people.
Still at Parliament, but I wanted to step out real quick to give you a little update on the Montpelier Anchovy Main Road, which, as you know, it is a vital corridor that connects much of South St. James to Montego Bay. After weeks of follow-up, letters, meetings with the NAA, the JSIF, and the NWC, and after writing directly to Minister Morgan when I wasn't getting anywhere, I am pleased to report that we finally have some movement. Mr. Hunter, who's the head of the National Works Agency, has confirmed for me that the remedial work on the Montpelier Anchovy Road has now been scoped and costed. The NAA is currently working with the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, that's JSIF, to finalize the financing arrangements. Their most optimistic projection is that work should begin within the next 2 weeks once the contracting process is properly finalized. So when we met with JSIF, as you can recall, they had committed to doing limited patching to ease the issues. But many of you have said that the work has not gone far enough. That concern has been heard loud and clear, and believe you me, I have communicated that directly to JSIF. That's why I pressed for this joint solution between NAA and the JSIF to make the road truly drivable again. This is not a promise without action. Yeah, it's the result of consistent advocacy and persistence on your behalf. I want to thank everyone who's been patient and those who've been vocal and impatient. You deserve to be, and moreover, who've been united in demanding better. We're not there yet, but this is a step forward, and as soon as I see the equipment and the teams on the ground, you're going to hear from me again. Until then, keep safe on the roads and know that your MP is on the case.
Some people them from Montpelier, just remember say, Nekeisha Burchell is a hard-working woman, and she's a woman of her word. So once she said something is going to be done, it is going to be done. This is not labor right. This is not somebody from the Jamaican Labour Party. No. These people are serious in everything that they do. And Mark Jefferson Golden, I watch them PP pluck. Him I watch them like a hawk. So any funny move, anyhow, it look like them not represent the people them. Trust me. Them not have another term. So people over there in Montego Bay, Montpelier, we're not just going to hold it because Nekeisha Burchell are going to get things done. We're not going to get on the road. Alright? Now, Dr. Alfred Dawes in a parliament, the second sitting of parliament people, attack Christopher Tufton and tell Christopher Tufton say he needs some explanation in the $85 million pum money that he give to his sweetheart. People, check this out.
Let me first thank the residents of Southeast St. Catherine who have, in spite of an onslaught of a campaign against me, chosen me as their elected member to this honorable house. I must say, though, Madam Speaker, that with all due respect to the member from West Central, this is really the minister, honorable minister, this is really not what Jamaica wanted to hear from him today. With a spate, well, if we are in tune to social media, member, we would know that there are questions hovering around about an Integrity Commission report. There are questions as to how we are really dealing with mental health in Jamaica and the renaming and rebranding of a hospital that has leaking wards, overcrowded patients, and no capital budget for about 5 years coming from the Ministry of Health. With previous announcements about destigmatization going back as far as from 2019 by the Honorable Minister, where residents are not growing their food at the Bellevue Hospital because of therapy, but because of sustenance, because the food budget has been cut. My response is governed by Standing Order 11A, Section 2. I can't speak, not just about the speech. No, you are speaking about the response. Subsection 917. Okay. what has happened over the last week is that the Honourable Minister has been on a media tour deflecting from what is pertinent, his management of the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And we are seeing where announcements are made that the delay at the Cornwall Regional Hospital will not be as great as it was predicted to be. We are seeing about where the Children's Hospital is going to be delayed. We are seeing discussions finally about forensic psychiatry being addressed. And we are hearing about the mental health challenges that ought to be seriously dealt with by the Ministry of Health, but responsibility is being pushed back on the public. This is a pattern of no accountability and deflection, denying involvement, and then defamation of anyone who dares to criticize the Honourable Minister. So I will say, because it is not now to elaborate on every single scandal that has been met with this response. The archives are there, the Hansard records is there. But I will ask the Honourable Minister if, when the Auditor General's report on the state of affairs at the University Hospital is made public and brought to this House, if he will remember that he had direct ministerial interference in the composition of the board when they wanted to have a reformation of the leadership of that hospital. Because if what is out there is true, then whatever we have been asking about in terms of clarity, in terms of breaches of procurement guidelines, in terms of outright fraud and misrepresentation, overpaying for equipment, then we will see whether or not this situation at the University Hospital will need further drilling down. As we are talking about dengue, I will use my last 10 seconds to say that in Portmore, it is not just a fogging problem. The drains have collapsed. They're blocked. We need help over there. And it's not just about fogging.
So people, Zuleika Jess were there also present to tackle the government when it comes on to the rights of the Jamaican people. So you know, so we cannot leave out Zuleika Jess. She's doing a brilliant job. She's doing a brilliant job when it comes on to the youth of Jamaica. As she same one leak out about the fact that the government want to give the youth up to 20 years behind bars for having a water gun. She same one make the government know, say, listen, you can't want to give people 20 years or 15 years because you got a yard, go find one water gun or one play gun. That no make no sense. You understand? So people, this is Zuleika Jess. I want to get used to her because she pressure the government bad. Trust me people, check this out.
Madam Speaker, I wish to begin by commending the Minister for introducing what I consider to be quite well-needed amendments as it relates to this particular issue which plagues young men and women from northeastern St. Elizabeth to northeastern St. Andrew. People who would have made mistakes many years ago have turned over a new leaf, but unfortunately are plagued by the ghost of past mistakes. And so on this side, I welcome the proposed amendments. I must confess, however, Madam Speaker, notwithstanding the caution from the Minister, that we really ought properly to try and adopt as best as possible a middle ground it would be remiss of me to not indicate my concern as it relates to the time period that we have actually contemplated as the ceiling, the maximum ceiling, being 15 years. Indeed, I do believe that we really ought properly to consider being a little bit bolder in how we approach that. But I understand the minister's position. My major contribution today has to do with seeing how best we can actually add value to what is being proposed. And I think the minister understands, like myself, that one of the major challenges we face as persons on the outside, it has to do with the length of time that it takes to get their records expunged. My contribution today is therefore based on how we can improve that system. I note the minister's proposal to actually have all sentences which would have been recorded before the 1st of January 2005 being automatically expunged. But I do believe that it is important for us to go further. And I take note of precedents in other Commonwealth jurisdictions, such as Cayman, where after a particular period of rehabilitation, offenses which did not attract a term exceeding 5 years are automatically expunged. It is my considered view, and I do hope that the minister will actually take it into consideration, that as it relates to non-custodial offenses, and if we are bold enough, offenses which do not carry a conviction of greater than 5 years, perhaps it might be wise to consider having those matters automatically expunged, because what that would do is to relieve the system of some of the backlog which currently obtains, that I know the minister knows all too well about, and notwithstanding his great industry and efforts, we continue to have a challenge in that regard. So I wonder if the minister might consider including a clause which would speak to the fact that non-custodial sentences, at a minimum, ought to, once the rehabilitation period is served, ought to automatically be treated as being expunged. That's my first recommendation. My second recommendation to the minister has to do, again, with seeing how best we can actually cure the backlog and ensure that persons are no longer waiting 2, 3, 4 years, and in some cases even 5 years to get their records expunged. And we do understand that one of the challenges comes from how often, or perhaps the lack of frequency with which the board actually meets. And I do commend the minister for understanding this challenge. I do note that we will be increasing the membership, but I wonder if perhaps we could go further, minister, to actually allow, as in the case of other jurisdictions, for meetings of the boards to take place not just in person, but perhaps we could include a clause which specifically states that the board may have meetings via remote hearing, for example, via teleconference or Zoom or other such manner, and that certainly would allow the board to meet perhaps on a more frequent basis. And not only that, but I note, considering my other life, that even in terms of the court, there are meetings, virtual meetings and virtual court hearings. And so I wonder if perhaps the minister might consider including a clause in this particular bill that would provide for the board to hear matters in that manner. I am hesitant, I must confess, but it would be remiss of me, Minister, even though I understand, quite frankly, the mischief that is intended to be cured But I must confess there is a sense of discomfort on my end as it relates to the proposed amendment that is contained in Clause 3, which would essentially allow persons who are convicted of offences in other jurisdictions to have their records expunged, but individuals who are convicted here of the very same offences cannot have their records expunged. I must confess that it does not sit very well with me, even though I understand, Minister, the mischief that you do hope to cure. But perhaps we could revisit this provision just to ensure equity and to ensure balance, as I'm sure you strive for that. So might I close by simply stating, Minister, that I am indeed pleased with the raft of measures and the raft of proposals that are being contemplated today, and I trust that the Minister will give due consideration to the proposals and the recommendations articulated and advanced. Thank you. Right, Excellency.
Big up yourself, Miss Jess. Big up yourself. Continue to fight for the youths of Jamaica. Continue to stand up for the rights of the youths of Jamaica. Now make Andrew Holness take the youth them for no idiot and have them, I throw them in a jail cell and I do this to them, I lock them up for foolishness and all of that. Stand up for the youths them. I like how you pressure the government. I like how you do your job. And I like how everyone on the People's National Party side in your cabinet are standing up for Jamaica. I love how them work. And I don't want to know if you just do it now and then on a slow down later on. Fight for Jamaica. Because these people make the mistake and put the Jamaica business in the hands of some criminal. Even though a thief them thief it. But if some of them idiots never did go out there, go vote for them, then couldn't get for thief it. So me blame idiot them will go vote for them too. Me blame them. But Miss Jess, go and stand up for the Jamaican people them. And make the Jamaican people them know say you have them back. Make them know say the People's National Party have them back. And people, if you no love our Zuleika Jess, I fight for Jamaican youth them, then like and share this video. And big up Miss Jess in the comment section. Now, for all of the people them over St. Thomas, we chose Jamaica 1 p.m. I wonder how you feel in yourself right now, knowing that the woman we only did a hype up, the woman we only did a run back, she turned her back on Uno. I wonder how you feel in yourself, knowing that Michelle Charles take away on the land, spit in on your face, and kick away on your foot, and run away gone back a foreign, left all of Uno hungry belly people over there will vote for the green people them. How you feeling on yourself now? Because you have to be shame, you know? Then again, Labour right don't even have no shame. So how can I say they have to be shame? But people, big and serious, these people were so bold. They might choose Jamaica, they might choose Michelle Charles. And now Michelle Charles gone back a foreign, gonna live her big life. And left you all of them over St. Thomas for suffer. What a wickedness. But guess what? That is what they choose. They choose Jamaica 1 p.m. Them choose Michelle Charles. We have grab people land like she hungry for land. Them choose Michelle Charles. We say if you choose Jamaica. And Michelle Charles choose a different country. She did not choose Jamaica. So I just try to show you how dunce and stupid these people really are. And guess what, people? I'll show you something, you know. I'll show you something. Just like with Dalrymple when Dalrymple resigned, right? And a few, maybe a year after or so, Dalrymple come back and can run. And the idiot then go vote back for Dalrymple. And the same thing with Michelle Charles. Right now, they are going to leave the vacant open for the 5 years. Until Michelle Charles come back. Watch. And that never go do. Because they know say Labour right now have a sense. They know say they dunce and stupid and fool. So they can go without a representation. Them can go without a representation. They can go without a labor right MP over there. So I just say we all labor right operate. So we can't even blame them neither. But people, check out this video from Aromatic, one of the baddest.
Reality check, man, from here, the voice, it's a unique one, aromatic, realistic TV. Anyway, today, my viewers and subscribers, on my screen here is Rosemary Shaw, the current member of parliament for Eastern St. Thomas. And trust and believe, we have to give Rose Shaw some credit. Because if it was not for Rose, we would not know the true identity of one Michelle Charles. Because not even a month later, the defeated Charles pack her bag and flee back to the United States of America. And Michelle Charles, the former member of parliament for Eastern St. Thomas. And my viewers and subscribers, there's a picture here with this young lady named Michelle Charles. And listen what the caption say now. Back home in Orlando. Miss this place so much. House need a little tender loving care. But so do I. Blessed to be back. Now my viewers and subscribers. The Jamaica Labour Party slogan, them say choose Jamaica and choose the JLP. But just think about it this way. A month later, Michelle Charles not even choose the JLP, Michelle Charles run we left the JLP. This young lady pack her bag and flee in the twinkle of an eye. Gone, vamos, rapido, out of here. My viewers and subscribers, I don't want you to miss the point, that I am trying to make, Her party is still the governing party of Jamaica, the Jamaica Labour Party. But what Michelle Charles is telling you, the message that Michelle Charles sent here, is that she will not be able to survive as a caretaker under his party. That is the point. Don't miss it. The message Michelle Charles sent here is that she will not be able to survive as a caretaker under her own party.